Hello everyone, I am Ganxol, and welcome back to Kingdom Come, where, as you can see, I have successfully gotten more villagers into the town hall, so now we can actually get some trades. Still need to finish the roof, because I've been working on it in the spare time passing, but what I have been focusing on is getting these lovely farmers here, all the way up to almost, or most of them rather, are down to the best traits possible, and I've finally gotten a villager here to get me name tags so I can actually finish the renovations, and that is going to go swimmingly well. So once I get some more villagers in here, I say that this is going to be a wonderful addition. And with the addition of the trading hall, I now have golden carrots for days, so my food problems are sorted. But do you know what food problem isn't sorted? The villages. As you can see, we still have roughly 1, 2, 3, 4, and I guess 5 now buildings. And while I do want to improve the looks of the village, I realize that I'm going to need to install a few more areas just to liven up the place, especially sheep pens, because we need wool for a lot of builds in the future that I have in the works for, and as it stands, the farms in the back don't exactly produce that. Even the world weeps at my lack of a sheep farm, so what I'm going to do is get some blueprints installed, get some redstone in my brain a-thinking, and set up probably the first automatic wool farm that I've actually ever created, because I don't think I've ever done that before. So I'm going to do some tinkering and hopefully get something going. But first things first, I'm going to have to corral quite a few sheep. There's one. It's a brand new day because I decided to actually finish off the roof. And now, with the roof actually done, I've actually taken a bit of time to actually get all these guys fully loaded. So now we have some leather workers, some decent trades when it comes to all of our lovely guys here. And it's a bit loud, but all those guys trade potatoes and carrots for emeralds, so everything is hunky-dory, a-okay. So now I can actually start focusing on my sheep farm, or wool farm, as it would be. But that actually brings up a good point, because a wool farm should have all the types of wool available. And looking over my stock, these are the only types of dyes I actually have access to. So that's going to be a few dyes that I'm going to have to work to get, namely the brown, green, and blue dyes. So what I'm going to have to do now is actually go on a bit of an adventure, as it were, to get myself cactus, get myself some... Actually, I could probably use lapis, but I'd rather not use lapis. So we'll see if we can find ourselves some blue flowers, and then purple, which I think purple is gotten via combining it with blue and some other color. It's been a while since I did art, so that's going to take me a minute to think of what to do. But we also need to find, I guess, a rainforest, because we need some jungle. Technically, it's a jungle, that's right. Get ourselves some cocoa beans and get ourselves some brown dye. So I'm going to go on a little adventure. Probably empty out most of my inventory first before we do that, so we actually have space. And then I will get those dyes, get the sheep, and we should be golden. Now, I did say I was going to go find those last couple of dyes I need, but come on. Sunken treasure. Especially when there's a buried treasure map involved. Okay, what's the goodies? Some pretty good goodies, I'd say. Take everything out of there before I drown. Yep, there we are. Alright. Time to keep exploring. After I raid that nether portal. Forgot there's a lot of goodies on the map nowadays. So I came back to base to drop off some of the treasure I found in some of the chests, and I completely forgot that behind my base, I've got myself some cornflowers. So if I recall, I've now got blue dye. That is one of the 3 I needed, so now we just need to find a desert and I guess a jungle. Okay. Not expecting that. And I feel kind of embarrassed that I forgot cornflower actually existed. The funny thing, folks, I have never had this much trouble finding a desert before in any other seed. More so to the fact that I found a pillager rather, outpost before I actually spotted one of the deserts and their famed cacti. So, yeah, this is very strange. Anyways, let's free this good guy. And take care of this. Ow. Well, there wasn't a whole lot of treasure and... Oh? Hello there? Hello? Found some little buddies. Have to keep an eye on this place. Here, you hold those. Oh shoot, I don't have leads. Shoot. Okay, I'll think of what to do later, but I'm bringing those guys home. They're coming home with me. Wait, what, wait, do you follow? Will they follow me? If they follow me, then I'm gonna be very happy. But no, Are they following? They are! Okay, I'm gonna take these guys home, and then come right back. Either I am very unlucky, or very lucky considering the context, because I have found, as you can clearly see, a sparse jungle. A jungle nonetheless, but still no desert. Gotten myself some cocoa beans so I can make brown, but yeah, no desert. It's only been 2 hours. Well, ironically, isn't this a welcome sight? Plenty of cactus to go around, and it's only taken 3 hours. 3 hours to find everything I need. I'm just gonna grab some spares for the road. I'm done. No more. Let's head back so we can actually get this farm going. Well, it only took about 3 hours, but I finally have all the dyes I need, so that is what? 16 dyes, so that means 16 sheep are needed. Well, 15, because I don't think I have to dye you white. So, yeah, gonna go get some leads and make myself a rainbow. Well, I found all the sheep on my island, that are left at least. So I'm gonna have to wait until they all grow up and be a nice big old swarm of sheep that I can use for the pens. But right now, I need to put on my hard hat. Well, not my physical hard hat, because we're not building anything, but we are thinking of things, because it's time to redstone. The stuff that I am kind of hesitant to do, because right now I need to find myself an observer, which I don't know if I can make. Never mind, I think I can make that. So I want the automated wool farm just a little bit away from the actual main village, so I'm actually going to put it right over here. Cleared out a bit of grass blocks and normal dirt here just to get it all prepped up. And hopefully what I looked at, this will work, because if not, I will have created 16 shears possibly for nothing. So I want to see work. Get out the shovel and check out how this works. Okay, test run. Will this work? Yes, okay. That works perfectly. So all I've got to do then is rinse and repeat. 8 on this side, 8 on that side, and we'll have all we need for our farm. And then we just gotta wait for those guys to grow up. So you might be wondering, why am I underground if I'm working with sheep? Well, while the redstone contraption I made does actually work, it turns out that I do not have enough iron and I have completely depleted all that I actually had on hand. So I'm going into the mines to get more iron because that is something I woefully do not have a abundance of currently, even though I thought I had more. Turns out I had less than what I thought. So, yeah. Gonna have to be swinging my pick through the mines for just a bit and take care of that. Though there are some upsides to caving. Example A, diamonds. 3 of them, to be precise. I'd say that's a pretty good win. A dead end full of creepers, not so big of a win though. More diamonds, however, that's a big, big yes in my book. So while the rest of the iron is smelting, I have come to a very shocking realization that I no longer have to smelt glass because I can buy glass. That is something I did not actually realize I could do, and it is incredible. That is still not a very good trade. That is a good trade though, so I can always... You don't get my paper. You get my paper because you are the better deal. Also, I do have mending on my pickaxes now. They were very nearly broken as I saw in the mine. So, let's actually get them repaired. Yep, that works. And more glass, because why not? So I've expended almost all of my iron. Pretty sure that's all I have left, but now I have my hoppers. So once they eat the grass and they shear the sheep, I can now deposit said grass and said materials in here. So I think what I should do now is just do this. And I guess use maybe a barrel. That'd probably be the better option, I think. So maybe I should extend it out a bit more. Now that's going to cost me even more. The game's really fond of rain, I've noticed, in the past couple of days, but I've got it working now. So now, if I was to say use this block of redstone, pop it in, comes in, perfect. Problem is, it used more iron than I thought, and in fact, I actually had to use double the amount of hoppers because I needed a hopper and a hopper minecart, which means instead of having all 16 laid out, I only have 8 of them laid out. So not quite as many as I intended to have at the beginning, but I can work with that. So what I'm going to do instead is just simply take 8 of the sheep, dye 8 of them these colors, and just work with what I've got. Then once I farm more iron, I will finish off the other half. Then I guess make the stable. Or not stable, pen. There's another name for a pen, but I can't think of it right now. But I'm going to sleep, and then start moving the sheep. Because, it's getting dark. And, don't need to do that. There we are. We've got half the sheeps lined up. And I say, looking pretty nice. Wish I could do this side, but I'm going to need to unfortunately gather a bit more iron. It's gonna be another trip to the mines, unfortunately. Oh well. After bleeding my entire cavern mine of iron, I'm pretty sure, we've got it working, folks. We've got our wolves, we got our reds, we got our oranges, we got our yellows, got our limes, got our greens, got our browns, we got everything. So now all that's left is to actually put a proper shell on the whole operation and come up with a name. And you know what? I think I have a name, but for the moment, let's just let's get this place looking real nice. Well, it took a little longer than I anticipated, but we have successfully built the wool farm. We have all the banners in place. All the sheep are now spawning, the lovely, lovely wolves, and the structure's built. And I'm also completely out of iron. I had to go into the caverns, extracted pretty much every single piece of iron I could find. Just have a few bits of ore left over from our adventures. But other than that, we are out of iron. So that's probably going to be something we'll be working on in the next episode. Because right now, it's time to wrap things up. So, if you haven't enjoyed today's episode, make sure to leave a like and comment down below. Tell me any ideas or tips that you think might be useful for next episode. And until then, I wish you all a wonderful day and or night. Don't know what time it's for you, so I'm going to assume both. Until then, I must bid you all adieu.